the first half. Back to the booth right after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Looking to throw on second down. Graham. That'll be caught by Rice. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Dumping it off for Johnson. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Looking to throw. Graham. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Lawrence Taylor able to get him for a loss of about 3. Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw on second down. Graham looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. Third down here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Set, 3-19. A toss, left side, Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Gone! Leopard!
On second down, Young again. Lets this one rip toward Graham. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards.
Patriot!
First and 10, Young. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. Young takes it on the sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Steve Young as time expires in the first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own, or maybe the analytics coach got involved? And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in there on the final play of the first half. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, the spin. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Mike's by four. Gun.
Now a handoff for Drake. There's the stiff arm. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
Still
I
first
think
down.
he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Right back to Drake. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
No. Check. Patriots. Single.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And now running right through it. Room to run past midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Kenyon Drake. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point hooks a bit, but it's up and good. And it's now 21-0.